Mr. Suver, thank you very much. I somehow didn't expect to be called to speak now. Sorry. Many thanks for inviting me to the 28th Eurasian Economic Summit and for bringing me back to Turkey and for giving me the floor in this already traditional final session of the Marmara Foundation Forum. Most of us who live in Europe don't often have the opportunity to attend an authentic Euro-Asian or Asia-European forum. We are therefore really pleased to be able to be here. Interregional and intercultural dialogue is essential, as we live in an era which is more and more characterized by monologues. We should not only speak, but listen as well. When preparing my today's remarks, I hesitated about the title. Suddenly, the well-known popular song from the end of the 1960s, Bridge Over Troubled Water, came to my mind. That was decades ago. We were much younger, more naive, and much less experienced when the song was first played. The world seemed to be more simple, more understandable. The bipolar world of that era was easier to interpret. It was also more stable than it is these days. Much has happened since that time. Fundamental geopolitical changes came in 1989, resulting in the collapse of the Soviet Union and in the end of the world of bipolarity. This was followed by 2 short decades of American hegemony, with all its pluses and minuses, with all its advantages and disadvantages. Undoubtedly, pluses for us in Central and Eastern Europe. People like me have always criticized that this was not the case of the whole world. People like me criticize the irresponsible export of Western democracy to the south and east of our planet, as well as the ill-conceived support for all kinds of color revolutions there. This led to the destabilization of many developing countries, including some in the Middle East. In recent years, we have been moving toward the world of multipolarity. We are not yet there. We are somewhere in between. The hegemon of the previous era doesn't want to lose its extraordinary position, while the other big players still hesitate to openly oppose his position. It inevitably leads to instability. In this respect, I see Turkey as a relatively solid point in the troubled waters of today. I wish your country a continuation of an already long era of stability, of domestic stability, which is an important precondition for any meaningful activity in the international arena. The world, and especially the Middle East, needs it. In the document sent to us before the forum, the organizers ask us to contribute to building a more human world. In the previous years, a similar document spoke about rehumanizing the world. To be honest, I don't fully understand what it means to humanize the world. It is an empty phrase for me. It just looks nice. With all our reservations, the world is human. It is inhabited by humans, and this will last until a potential victory of artificial intelligence over us, or until an occupation of our planet by invaders from the universe. But we didn't come here to speculate in the style of a science fiction. Let's stay grounded in our reality. Let's stay on Earth. This is the only firm ground we have. We shouldn't make unpolitical declaratory statements which are impossible to transform into practical steps and measures. There is, many of my colleagues mentioned it, there is one man-made problem which bothers me more than anything else now. Because it is man-made, it is in our capacity to solve it or to get rid of it. I have in mind a sudden acceptance of wars as a permissible and even by decent people promoted method for resolving disputes among countries. I am convinced that this is unacceptable and indefensible. We should say it, we should keep saying it very openly and very loudly. Even a fragile peace achieved by means of painful compromises is better than war. I don't say this accidentally or without purpose. We meet here in the moment, in the days when many parts of the world, including my own country, the Czech Republic, are celebrating the 80th anniversary of the end of the Second World War. The expectations of the whole mankind were in the year 1945 very optimistic. Everyone assumed that after such a disaster, peace would last forever. That did not materialize. The current wars in Ukraine, in Gaza, and in several other places in the world demonstrate that we, as humans, are not able to learn lessons from the past. Probably the individuals are able to learn lessons, but I don't think larger entities, nations, or states are able to do it. Each coming generation has to learn the history anew. But this forum demonstrates that we are able to listen to each other and to look for mutual understanding. Dr. Suber, once again, thank you for organizing this forum for so many years already. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, dear President Vaclav Klaus. Thank you so much.